The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar Marathon Week. Hope you all are keeping safe and all set to go for the upcoming big events in October, the Microsoft Power Platform Conference and the Community Summit North America. We are thrilled to provide you with a preview of Inogic's latest innovations that will be showcasing at these conferences. I am Ninad and I will be your host and guide throughout this exciting session. Over the next 4 days, we have an incredible lineup of webinars planned for you, packed with insights, demos, and sneak peeks into what's coming up at these two remarkable conferences. Sorry. So today we will be talking about our latest offering, the Business Process Checklist, the Microsoft Playbooks alternative for creating scalable sales processes within the Dynamics 365 CRM. But before we proceed with this engaging session, let me outline the webinar logistics for everyone's convenience. All the participant lines will be muted throughout the session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them using the chat window. And be rest assured, I'll do my best to answer as many questions as possible, considering the time constraints. Now, as mentioned, my name is Ninad and I'm the Business Development Manager at Inogic. Speaking of Inogic, we are a trailblazing service provider and ISV with an illustrious legacy spanning over a decade. Our unwavering commitment to excellence has led us to craft 15 plus exclusive Dynamics 365 products, setting us apart from the rest within the Dynamics 365 community. Our presence is not only vibrant, but also deeply cherished. Our blogs have garnered immense popularity and appreciation from the Dynamics 365 community peers. We diligently create productivity apps that simplify the lives of the CRM user by reducing the cumbersome processes into seamless, efficient steps. Just a glimpse of our impressive lineup of the cutting-edge applications. Maplytics. Maplytics is a Microsoft Dynamics 365 certified gem. It empowers the business processes worldwide to visualize, plan, and analyze CRM data on maps. With features like territory management, route optimization, and smart appointment planning, it is truly revolutionizing how businesses make decisions. Another app that holds a very special place in my heart is the subscription and recurring billing management. It's a robust platform which empowers subscription-based businesses with seamless management of recurring billing within the Dynamics 365 CRM. Beyond creating these awe-inspiring applications, we are also trusted SI. We stand ready to assist partners and customers alike with top-notch offshore development services. Whether it's customizations or groundbreaking ideas, we are here to bring your vision to life. Inogic is more than just a company. We are a force of innovation fueled by our passion for delivering excellence. Reach out to us at crm@inogic.com and together let's transform possibilities into reality. All right, so before thinking of this or before going ahead with this exciting webinar, I would like to know a very simple question. I can see a lot of audience for today, and I'm really curious to know what sparked your interest in registering for today's webinar. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just launching a quick poll, and please feel free to cast your answer, whether you were just curious to know more about our business process checklist solution, whether you are in the need of a Microsoft Playbook alternative, whether you want to improve your knowledge, or maybe some any other reasons. If other, please do mention it in the comment. Now, please do cast your vote because that will really help me shape my webinar content for you. Oh, so in need of a Microsoft Playbook alternative. Great, great. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your cooperation. So let's take it ahead. Let's see what's in store for us today. So we have got a lot actually in store for you. We'll begin by diving into the challenges that you might be facing with your day-to-day activities and explore the best plan to tackle them head on. After that, we will also deep dive in the importance of the playbooks in CRM to supercharge your productivity. But that's not all. We have also got very special something for you, a live demonstration of the remarkable features and functionalities of our business process checklist solutions. We will also be addressing most of your doubts and questions in the FAQs and the Q&A session. So let's see, from where do we begin? In many organizations, there are various tasks that needs to be completed, maybe daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. Now, despite using and leveraging the Microsoft Dynamics CRM, these organizations probably have struggled with effectively adopting and utilizing the CRM system. Now, alongside this challenge, many of the organizations also face difficulties in maintaining consistent implementation of their business processes. Now, through my conversations with prospects and customers, a common issue that I have noticed is the lack of standardized processes. Now, let me illustrate this with a real life example. During a discussion with one of our customers, actually the customer was a sales manager, and he expressed dissatisfaction with how his sales executives were handling the nurturing process. Now, despite receiving a steady flow of leads, the team was struggling to close the deals. Sorry. Now, there were instances of follow-ups being missed, particularly when a team member was unavailable or he was absent because probably he was not well. Now, as an alternative, the sales manager tried advising the team to follow some predefined task, but he desired a solution where he could actually enforce the best practices, he could enforce the compliances more effectively. And that's where the concept of playbook actually comes into the play. So, as per my perspective, a playbook serves as a guide or a guidebook for an organization's best practices, and it definitely enforces the compliances. Now, along with recommended responses to various situations, it definitely acts as a set of rules that a user can follow to ensure consistency and definitely mitigate the chances of risk. Now, let me share some interesting numbers related to Playbook to highlight its impact and importance. The Playbook have proven to boost the user productivity by an astonishing 30 to 50%, resulting in a 15% increase in the internal rate of returns, and a very encouraging 70% 70% rise in the project success rate. Impressive, right? Now, when you incorporate playbooks into your processes, you can anticipate a range of advantages. They definitely bring the increased productivity, help automate complex tasks, reduce the need for manual work, and significantly improve the overall efficiency. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key features offered by our business process checklist solution. The business process checklist is a very powerful tool designed specifically for the Dynamics CRM users, and it serves as a valuable aid for simplifying and enforcing the business specific playbook guidelines and policies at every stage of process. Think of it as your one-stop solution to ensure smooth and consistent execution of the best practices within your team. With business process checklist, the managers can create a step-by-step plan that outline the exact procedure the team members should follow. Now, this ensures that everyone is on the same page and they are adhering to the most effective strategies. The best part is that you can seamlessly integrate these plans into the out-of-box business process flow. Now, but don't worry, if you prefer a more tailored approach, you can also utilize our custom groups, and I'll make sure to explain the custom groups in detail during the demonstration. One of the key advantages of using the business process checklist is that it allows you to set up various activities and actionable items. Now, this includes automating tasks such as sending emails, creating phone calls, or even integrating your custom activities to suit your unique business needs. Now, once the plans and the activities are in place, the users can easily access and follow the predefined plan step by step, making their day-to-day tasks more structured and efficient. Not only that, uh, both the managers and the users can track the progress of their activities throughout the day. This means they can stay updated on the completed tasks that are overdue, tasks that are even ongoing, and have a better visibility and accountability. With that being said, let's deep dive into a live demonstration of the business process checklist solution, where we will explore most of the features that I have mentioned in action. We will also see firsthand how this tool can streamline your business processes and enhance productivity across the board. Now, let me switch from my presentation to the CRM window. However, just a heads up, for today's webinar, I've already installed, activated, and configured the business process checklist with a few plans. So here's my CRM. Great. Now, as you can see, I have logged in as Sam. So let's say hypothetically, Sam, which is represented by me, is a part of the sales team. Now let's say Sam is about to create a lead, and let's say I've just put it up as a topic which is interested in the Kanban board. The Kanban board is one of the fantastic visualization app offered by Inogic, and for the first name and the last name, I've just entered my name. So what I'm going to do right now is for today's webinar, actually I have taken just a couple of use cases where a lead is generated with a lead source as a web, and we want to do certain actions when the lead is created with the lead source as a web. However, in the next part of the demonstration, we will also be talking, or we'll also be taking a lead with a lead source as a partner, and we will do a separate set of actions when the lead source is becoming a partner. So as we can see, I've just pre-filled some of the data, and I'm now going to go up here and change the lead source to, let's say, a web. Now, definitely, this is just for a demonstration purpose where I want to demonstrate the capability that we can create a different set of steps basis on certain condition. Great. So let me just go ahead and hit on save. And we are expecting some magic in this business process checklist section. Now, by the time the solution is doing its magic, let's take hypothetical example where every time a lead is being created, what is ideally a company's response to that particular lead? Probably we start by creating a lead when someone shows an interest in our product or the service. Then we take a more personal approach by sending an introductory mail manually. Following that, we definitely engage in a series of thoughtful follow-ups with the lead, which is where we are again then trying to nurture the relationship and encourage them to go probably for our offerings, right? And finally, when every formalities are completed, we would like to go for finalizing the order by issuing a purchase order as well as arranging the payment. Now, it's really important to note that each organization operates differently. So we do understand that there is no one size fits all approach. However, with our business process checklist, we empower you to create tailored plans that align perfectly with your organization's unique way of functioning. With that being said, since there's no magic, let me try to hit on refresh and see the magic. And yes, something is coming up right now. Oh, wow, I've got something. So you may observe that the business process checklist has definitely got something. It has a work plan. It has got qualify, develop, propose, closing, and some of the steps on the actions are associated right here. You may also observe that an automation has already been initiated. An email with an introduction has already been sent via my CRM. Now, the biggest advantage of using this is that we can make your sales efforts more efficient and more successful. Now, as you can observe, under the business process checklist section, the steps are automatically created, and all these steps will auto attach to the record automatically. Now, as we can see, we have qualify, we have the develop, we have the propose, we have the close. But what are these? Why are they even present here? Now, you will find a striking similarity of all the qualify, develop, propose, and close with the out-of-box business process flow stages. Now, as we can see on the lead, we have got the qualify, we have got the develop, we have got the propose, and finally we have got the close. As I had mentioned during the key features of the business process checklist solution, our business process checklist solution is perfectly capable of creating activities that align with your out-of-box business process flows, as well as in case if your business use case doesn't follow a particular business process flow, we can definitely use some different categories using custom groups. Now, I'll be definitely touching the custom groups in the next section. Fine. So let's say what happens as a manager, you can define what your sales team members are going to do under each stage, whether it's qualify, whether it's develop, whether it's propose, or whether it's close. What all steps should be performed, we can easily determine everything. Now, you may also observe that the set purchase, which is the next process in line, is currently highlighted in blue, which means that all these steps are interdependent. Simple, to put it simply, what I can say is I really cannot move to the third step unless I complete the second step, and I cannot complete the second step unless my first step is completed. So all these steps are actually interdependent. Now let's move to the next one. Let's say what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this tab because I want to do a very interesting thing. Let's say I had a call with them, probably get the purchase process and everything. So I have completed this step. And if you may notice, this is currently not being loaded because I've also added up a timer. Now in the real world, you may want that, let's say once the lead is created, you have to wait for, let's say, 10 hours or maybe 12 hours before you perform some other activity. So with our business process checklist solution, even that is easily possible. Now, for time being, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and qualify this particular lead. So we are still leveraging the CRM. So once you go ahead and qualify this lead, the CRM will go behind the scenes. It's going to create a contact. It's going to create an account accordingly. And I'm just waiting for this lead to be converted into an opportunity. Perfect. So my lead is successfully qualified. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to my lead, which I had opened it in a different tab. And you may notice some things right here under the business process checklist section. Let's give it a second. Okay, so here it is. So if you notice, I had mentioned that there's a timer that needs to be done. And since I've already qualified the lead, now even the develop stage is active, and I can go ahead and I can complete the customer requirements and create a proposal. But again, these steps are interdependent. I really cannot create a proposal unless I get the customer requirements, maybe via email or via phone call. Now, imagine if you have a certain business use case, or if you want a certain steps to be followed by your sales team member, or for that matter, any other member, then we can associate those steps with the work plan. And as a team member, I just need to follow these steps to get the job done. Now, as a manager, you can completely define the steps that you want your team members to follow religiously under each stage as per your organization's requirement or the playbook. Now, I particularly remember one case where one of my customers had onboarded a very new sales team member. Now, with all the actions and activities very well defined, the newly onboarded sales team member was very well acquainted with the organization's culture, as well as the member became very productive very early and delivered fantastic results in less time as expected by her manager and the top management. Now, that's the power of business process checklist solution that is brought onto the table. Well, so far, so good, right? Now, let's take it to the next level. Now, as mentioned earlier, all these records are attached to this. And as a sales team member, I might be working on multiple records. So, is there a way I can see my to-do list for this day? Now, well, certainly with business process checklist, you can. So I'm moving to my business process checklist, and here are my plan step items. And within my plan step items, these all are the plan step items. These are the actions basically brought on from right here. Get customer requirements. Here's my get customer requirements, which is step 1 of 2, and so on. So as I can see, all I need to do right now is I can just go to my day, and it will outline all my activities that I need to finish off today. Now, imagine how easy it would be for a sales representative when he's working with something like a My Day. So let's say I want to get the customer requirements through that. So I might be calling him, I might be sending him an email, and I'll take a real world scenario. Many a times the customer wants to get on a call, but he might be busy or she might be busy in her own day-to-day operations. So I get an answer, hey Ninad, you know what? I'm interested in this particular call, but can we make it on Friday? So all I need to do is just change the due date from the card right here to, let's say, Friday. And wow, it's gone. Why it's gone? Because I am currently under the My Day. However, if I just go to upcoming items, you will notice the same card in this for the 29th of September. And to further top it up, sometimes some of the prospects are really important. I just don't want to miss them under any case. So what I can do is I can just make this as a really important client for me, and once that is available, I can just go to any other, let's say, important items or any other thing, so that my prospects, I'm not missing any kind of follow-up for this particular customer. Wow, that was fantastic. However, what you saw right now was a lead that was coming from a website. However, let's say you want to perform a separate set of actions if the lead is coming from a different source, let's say a partner. So I've got another lead right here. Here. Uh, the name looks very, very familiar. Yes, I understand that, and that's there for the same reason, so that we can actually relate with that particular lead. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go back, and instead of making the lead source as a web, I'm going to go ahead and make it as a partner and hit on save. Wow. So here's my business process checklist. The magic will happen. Let's give it a couple of moments. Let's give the solution a couple of moments to check which plan to apply and what needs to be brought up. Oh, wow, something has again popped up. If you observe the first major difference, you would notice is now I don't have any kind of dependencies. It's just a checklist. I don't have to make it interdependent. I can just go ahead, for example, let's say the lead that I'm creating, Mr. Sheldon, he's a good friend of mine. I had an acquaintance with him a few years back. So I can take a mobile, I can, give him a call. Hey, Sheldon, how are you? And I want to have a word with you. Now, Sheldon being Sheldon, he says, you know what, you're my friend, but you got me at the right time, and I'm going to give you a call right now. Perfect. So all I need to do is just complete this task. And then to impress him, which is very difficult, Sheldon being Sheldon, I still have to send him a comprehensive welcome package. So the humor part being aside, the point that I want to try, or the point that I want to make is we don't have to make it interdependent. You just need to finish off these steps, whether the sequence is 1 2 3, 2 3 1, or 3 2 1. It really doesn't bother. Perfect. Now let's see what goes behind the scenes to do all these calculations, or all these to bring all these steps right here. So let me go back to my business process checklist, and here are my plans. Now these are the two plans that were responsible for bringing in all the steps that we saw a few moments back. The lead nurturing was the first lead, where the lead source was a web, and the partner onboarding was definitely the second one, where we took the lead from a partner. Now, observe that the plan execution type is different for process and checklist. So we'll go one by one in the details. So let's see the lead nurturing plan. As we can see, we have provided the name. The description is completely optional. Great. Now, whether you want this plan for an existing business process flow, or if you want for a custom flow. Now, since for the lead nurturing, I had selected the business process flow, I have to select which out of box business process flow is going to be used. Then comes the plan execution type. It basically takes a couple of values. It can either take a process, or it can take a checklist. A process selects the plan execution type as process, in which the steps will be dependent on the completion of the previous steps. However, as I demonstrated few moments back, during the checklist, the steps won't be dependent on the completion of the previous one. The next one is the priority order. Now here I have kept the priority order as 1. This priority order comes in really handy when you are creating multiple plans against the same entity. So as you may have observed, I do have a couple of plans for the lead entity. So which one will be taking the priority can be defined with this priority order. The next one is the criteria mode. Here I have basically just provided a fetch XML, which can be found out under the advanced find, and I've just filtered out the leads which has the lead source as well. Now let me just revise this plan for a second, and let me go to the manage steps. So under the manage steps, you may notice since I had a process, it has taken the qualify, develop, propose, and close, and you can define what needs to be the actions performed under each step. We can also add certain actions if you want, whether you want to send an email, whether you want to send a phone call, or any other thing. That is completely possible with our business process checklist solutions. So once you have what needs to be covered up by the sales team member, you just need to hit on publish and your plan will be activated. The plan is very similar to the other one, the partner onboarding as well. It looks very similar. The only difference would be the plan execution type. Instead of process, we have got it as checklist. And since I don't want to follow a particular business process flow, I have selected it as the custom. If I just hit on revise, now the reason I'm hitting on revise is under the manage steps, everything will be disabled unless I go and hit the revise button so that I can see everything. So here are my three steps: the partner call, partner training, partner follow-up, and the steps that needs to be performed under each group. Once you have all the plans, all you again need to do is just hit on publish, and voila, you're good to go. Now, I'm pretty sure after looking at all the features that we saw right now, you might have already started visualizing that, hey, I can use this feature with something like this within my organization. And trust me, I'm really, really interested to know which business process checklist features do you believe are most beneficial to your organization. So again, what I'm doing right now is just launching a quick poll. It would be available on your screen right now, whether it's automate advising the team members, defining the team actions, standardize the best practice in team actions. If I had the chance of opportunity, if I had the chance or the opportunity, I would definitely go with standardizing the best practices and team actions. But hey, it's not about me. Today is your day. So anything that you feel perfect, oh wow, somebody agrees with me. Standardizing the team best practices and team actions. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you for casting your vote. So let me just close this up and let me switch back to my presentation. The business process checklist is supported on the Microsoft Dynamics 365 version 9.1 and above, and of course on Microsoft Dataverse. And the deployment model is Dynamics 365 Online. Now, before I open the floor for the Q&A session, let me just walk you through very quickly the frequently asked questions. Oops. So what is the difference between process type of plan and a checklist type of plan? I think I tried to stress it 2-3 times, but just for a recap, under the process type of plan, all the steps are interdependent. You can't go to step 2 before you complete step 1 and so on. With checklist type of plan, the steps are not at all interdependent. Is the business process checklist compatible across devices? We are leveraging CRM. So whether you are talking about desktop, whether you are talking about laptop, mobile, tablet, we have got it covered. Does it work with Microsoft Dataverse? Yes, definitely. Can I configure plan for my users for custom entities? Yes, please go ahead. If you have custom entities, if you want to configure plans, definitely yes. How to get started? Wow. Well, you can go to Microsoft AppSource. You can visit our website www.inogic.com. Download the business process checklist, fully functional 15 days trial from our website. Get a hands-on. Try to configure the solution. It's really simple. However, in case you face any issues, if you want a one-on-one demonstration, one-on-one configuration assistance, just drop an email to crm@inogic.com. I'll be very happy to pick it up and schedule a call to assist you in configuring the solution. With that being said, well, the floor is all yours. Please use the chat window and shoot up all your questions. I'll be very happy to answer most of them. You did mention about the configuration support. Yes, we did. I did mention about the configuration support. Download the trial. Or just drop an email to crm@inogic.com and we'll be happy to pick it up and assist you in configuring the business process checklist solution as per your business use cases. In any ways, we'll be sharing this entire webinar recording with you. So if even if you watch it later and if you have a particular question that pops up in your mind, just drop a mail to crm@inogic.com. Be rest assured, we will answer you ASAP. Okay, with that being said, let's catch up, guys. Inogic will be attending the Microsoft Power Platform Conference from from 3rd of October to 5th of October in Las Vegas. We are with the booth number 102, and we are also there in the Community Summit from October 15th to 20th with booth number 1429. So feel free to hop in case if you're attending any of these conferences. Let's have a one-on-one meeting with our key members. So do take a screenshot. Booth number 102 in Microsoft Power Platform Conference. Booth number 1429 in the Community Summit. Okay, I would like to extend really my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for joining with us today. Now, I truly enjoyed the opportunity to be your presenter and share our business process checklist solution with you. I sincerely hope that you found the session engaging and informative. I encourage you to share your valuable feedback with us. We highly value your input and look forward to hearing from you